Hello everybody, this is ZephyrianNick, and welcome to my Let's Play of Mountain Blade Warband. I have wanted to play this game on recording for a very long time. I bought this on the Steam sale, and Steam Summer Sale recently, and total put about 50 hours into it in 2 weeks, so you could probably say I enjoy it quite a bit. Now, we are going to go with male, because in this game, gender does actually affect how your character well, it's not acts, but is treated. If you start as a female, you'll typically have a harder time starting off the game, because people will treat you different, as this is set in medieval era, and it is set, everyone acts how they would then too. Now, if you go, the route I'm going to take here is going to go veteran warrior, a craftsman apprentice, squire, and personal revenge. That will set off with decent stats to begin with. As you can see, I'm freaking stupid, but allow me to quit without saving. Quitting, being able to save, well, quit and not allow to save until that point, that's kind of like the hard mode of the game. So, I'm going to call it Nick Zephyrian. That's not how I spell that. There we go. Put all my points into intelligence. As you can see, that gains me a lot of skill points as well. Every time you put a point into intelligence, you also gain another skill point. Now, I'm going to be primarily melee and bow based. I'm not going to use crossbows. I don't like the crossbow. And not to mention, you can actually deal more damage with a bow than you can with a crossbow later on. I'm going to put 1 to Iron Flesh, which increases my health. Power Strike increases damage you deal with melee attacks. It's 8% per skill level. Power Throw increases throwing damage by 10% per skill level. Power Draw increases them by 14 for bows, up to 14% up to the skill level of the bow, which their later bows can get really powerful that you can one-shot people sometimes with the base settings of the game. Weapon Master affects how your proficiencies level up. You don't necessarily need to upgrade that, well, ever really, to be honest. Shield just affects how much you block. 8% per skill level it increases, which is pretty decent if you use one-handed weapons, which I'm not sure if I will in this playthrough or not. I've only really had experience with two-handed weapons. Athletics is running speed, which not very useful considered you're on a horse most of the time in the game. Riding affects the level of horse you can ride. Horse archery, which I'm going to put a point into. That was looting. So I'm going to reset that. There we go. Horse archery reduces the penalty you take from shooting a bow on horseback, which can get a pretty nasty penalty if you're not careful. Looting affects how much loot you acquire from end of battles. Trainer, I'm going to put two and two right off the bat, because trainer is one of the most important aspects of this game, and I found, because every time you get, for every person in your party that's a lower level than you, every so often you'll get experience points, and as you get more people in your party that know trainer, you'll get a pretty hefty boost of experience to people in your party. Tracking, never really see much use for that, and besides, you can get members in your party that will help with that anyway, but that you can see where enemies have been going based off footprints on the ground. Tactics, every skill level you get up in that increases your starting battle advantage by 1, which, what that means is you have a better chance of outnumbering your opponent as opposed to them outnumbering you. Pathfinder increases running speed on the map, which is incredibly important. And inventory management, obviously that increases how much inventory you can have. Spotting increases how far away you can see enemies from on the map. Wound management, you get, I believe what that means is your character speed up healing. I'm not going to put anything into that right now, because you'll get a character named Jeremiah in your party. Well, you can. And he can help quite a lot with that. Now, I'm going to put some into prisoner management. That way I can actually hold prisoners. And that's how I make money off the beginning. Your proficiencies, I'm not going to put a ton into these other than archery at the beginning. Simply because I want to help get that going. I'm not going to do a whole lot with character customization right now. I will do some basic things right now. There we go. That character. And give him darker brown hair, for I have darker brown hair. And let's see. Need to find a shorter hairstyle that doesn't look dumb. I'm okay with that. And let's go. Let's put a beard on this person. That looks okay from one side. But I'll just leave it at that. Now this determines where you start. I believe I normally start with the Nords, but I kind of want to start with the Rodux right now because you can get some pretty damaging troops from them. But Nords is easier to start with because there's more enemies in the area, so I think I'll just go with Nords. You take a passage with a trading longship carrying Griff Falcons from the farthest reaches of the north to be bartered for linen and wool. It sailed early in the season, but the master reckoned that the risks of drifting ice and later winter storms could be justified by arriving ahead of the sea raiders, who by April would be sailing forth from their island lairs to ravage Calradia's coasts. It was some relief when your ship came in sight of the delta of the Vale and Bullock rivers, and a short while later rode past tidal flats and coastal marshes to the city of Sargoth, home to the sea raiders' distant kinsmen, the Nordic lords, who a few generations ago had carved themselves a kingdom in this rich but troubled land. I'm not going to read all of these, because that'd get very tiring. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Sargoth and fall asleep quickly. However, you wake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear of a sound that stands the hairs of your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. And this is the first fight in the game, where you basically have to kill a little sea thug person. This guy. There we go. Can I actually hit him with the crossbow? I actually hit him with the crossbow. I'm kind of surprised about that. I'm actually going to change to my sword, though. Alright. Come here. There we go. Not very hard to kill. You can take that falchion that he drops by pressing F, but you won't be able to keep it. Now, this guy is friendly. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for our other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night, although heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk, more inside. Out here we don't know who's listening. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street. And then, finally convinced that you have not been followed, comes near to you to speak. You have to walk up to him to talk. Now, before I get too far into that, actually, no, I'll explain my recording schedule in a bit with this. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us because of all the fighting on the frontiers, fewer men to keep an eye on the streets, but I'm not sure of what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here, and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse. But he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either, and I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a fair bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have had a bit of fire in your belly. You won't be coming to Calradia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to the lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? You get it all, most of the times you'll have a choice in what you can do. Now, as you can see, the characters will gain relation with you. They can either gain or lose that. If they don't like you, they will usually become aggressive. If they like you, you can usually convince them to do things they wouldn't normally do. I'm interested. I'm not going to read this anymore, to be honest, but he's basically saying I need to go get, at the very minimum, 5 men to help me. You can press Q to check your quest log, but I won't. Hit Tab to leave the area. Now, this is the main map of the game. Up here, in blue, are the Nords. In orange, I believe these are the, these aren't the Swadians. Who are these? The Vaegirs. Orange is Vaegir. Purple are the Karagats, and they are a bit of a challenge because they have really good bowmen. These are the Sultanates, the Ceridan Sultanates. The Rodux are in green, and in red are the Swadians. Now, this is all different than what it will be in the normal game because I am playing with Vex's native, his mod for the game, because I like how that makes the game. It changes a lot of aspects of it. Makes it both easier and harder at the same time. Now you click to move around the map. You can hold control and space to move a lot faster like that. 12 recruits. That's a decent number of recruits right off the bat. As you can see, I'm low on money now. However, I'm actually going to rearrange my inventory a bit. There we go. Now these will be my 2 primary weapons, and the crossbow will be my secondary, which I'm going to sell that as quick as I can. and use a different bow instead, like an actual bow, because I don't like the crossbows. Now, you do have to feed and pay your troops in this game, which that can become a bit of a challenge as you get later on. I mean, early on, until you get a decent source of revenue coming in, of which, with Vex's mod, that is easier to do. Because previously, getting money was a pain in the ass. It really was. Now, if you visit the tavern, you've got various people. The belligerent drunk. He appears in various taverns from time to time. As you can see, he draws a blade. No matter what you do here, he'll try and kill you. So, the fight begins. Everyone else will begin to run away from that. I'm going to actually pull out my shield, too. There we go. Alright, come here, bud. And, bam, there we go, and he is down. Who's going to talk to me? There we go. Tavern Keeper will basically say, as long as he attacked you, you don't get penalty from him. I'm going to say better him than me. And now you can get a different sword from that. Now, the Nordic sword is a lot better than my rusty sword, so I'm going to equip that. 28 swing and 20 penetration from thrusting as opposed to 24 and 19. It's a significant increase, to be honest. Doesn't sound like it, but that's a lot more damage you can deal. Now, you can hire these mercenary crossbowmen to join you, but they're ludicrously expensive early on in the game. Later on in the game, you get a good source of revenue. They're pretty cheap. Another thing that Vex's native does when you take people prisoner... Well, this is the merchant. I thought that was the bartender, but he's right here, the tavern keeper. You can sell your prisoners to him instead of the... what's-his-face? Ransom broker that appears, because he would appear randomly in taverns, so it's kind of hard to hunt him down when you have 50 or 60 people with you that you have to help kill people for. That was a dumb sentence. 50 or 60, what are they called? Prisoners. There we go. Now, for this particular mission, these band of robbers, they'll appear right outside the main area. I'm gonna go after them. There we go. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me you keep your prisoners and I'll let you go. Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if you pay the ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. I love that line. Vex got me liking that a lot as well. Vex got me playing this game, to be honest, which part of the reason I'm using his mod as an homage. Now, I'm going to tell everyone to wait here, because if you hit backspace, you can see them on your map. There's only 4 of them. I don't think I'm going to need any help killing 4 men, to be honest. Even with this horrid armor that I have. Now, I want to get... You can press R, by the way, to go into first-person, third-person view. Now, I want to get chainmail very early on, because chainmail armor is a massive increase to your damage-dealing well, it's not damage-dealing capabilities. It's a lot better for defending. And got him. They're throwing rocks. These looters are the most simple enemy in the game. They're the easiest to kill, and they usually have the worst loot. But, as you can see, they're ludicrously easy to kill. Oh, I actually wounded one of them, too. Which means I don't think you can take take him on this as a prisoner, but I'm not sure. You cannot. Chip Falchion. It's a bit stronger than that. But I'm going to keep using my Nordic sword, because the range on that is a lot shorter than the Nordic one. That is no better than what I have on. But I have a hat now. Yay. Chipped hatchet. You can also control click to bring things directly into your inventory. Go back to here. Visit the tavern. No more belligerent drunk. It takes time for them to respawn. The merchant is upstairs. That's right. So, hang on. I am going to decrease... This is the farthest out you can zoom. That's my other big complaint with this game, is that you can't zoom out farther than that. I don't play in third-person mode, but I like being able to go into that when I can. Alright, found out where they held your brother. And now I have to go attack their lair. I completely forgot to do that before. Now, where did it say they were again? Click, there we go. Near Fenada, which is actually where I got these troops from. You can see it right there. That is not a necessarily scripted event. Well, that entire thing is scripted, of course. That will happen. Anywhere in the game you start, that same thing will happen. However, this will vary in location. Sometimes it can be up here, or down here, or hell, even up by Farishan sometimes. Alright, approaching it. You can attack the hideout, and you don't bring all of your men for this particular battle. I think you only bring 5? 7. Alright. I will tell all of them to wait down there currently. Now, I do want to get a regular archery bow as soon as possible. But yeah, I think how I'm going to record these is I'm going to record them for 30 minutes at a time. And then I will cut out whatever I feel needs to be cut out. That would be kind of boring. Usually that'll probably just be traveling around the map unless I'm talking about something at the time. Hey, you're gonna die, bud. There we go. Whoa, just advanced to level 2. Fantastic. I'm just gonna have them wait here. I'm going to kill anyone over in this area. Ow. Oh, wow, that was actually surprisingly a lot of damage from a rock. There we go. Normally they don't do that much damage. There we go. Oh. See that? That's a short sword he has, but you cannot block with daggers. You can parry with daggers, but it is a very hard process. I'm just going to tell them all to charge. There we go. Now, I probably will end up adjusting the music volumes in this over time, just to get a better contrast between music and sound. Now, I believe they will all just target him, because, I'll be honest, the NPC AI in this game is a tad simple at times. I know I have everything on the lowest settings, but that's not a cop-out. That is the default settings that the game is at, and that is the settings those are the settings I'm used to. I will, however, take out both these guys by myself. Hey, you're dead. No, you're not dead. You didn't take any damage from that, actually. There we go. Okay, he took damage that time. Okay, well, they decided to help me, but... Alright, we have won that battle. Now, there's the merchant's brother. Thank you for asking me, blah, 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 blah. And quest succeeded. We just have to go back and talk to him. 14 to 13, that's marginally better. 24 to 25, no, I can't deal with that. Because that also provides leg protection. This, however, would not. Another chip falchion. And basically all this stuff will be... Well, that's a little bit better. Not a whole lot, but you can get rocks, which... This deals a lot more damage than stones, but another part of the thing that Vex's mod does is increase the amount of ammunition you have, because before you would have like 11 rocks or something. I'm at my inventory cap. You have like 11 rocks or something like that. It was a really small amount. You'd get about 20 arrows and a quiver. Again, very small amount. You really couldn't do much good with those. As you can see at the bottom, I'm going to hit space to pause it. It said some troops are ready for upgrading. You go to party. You can upgrade the recruits into various classes. Once I get more money, because I don't have a ton, I'm going to upgrade a lot of my men into huntsmen and have a small line of melee units in front of them. Because in this game, the ranged units are incredibly efficient at just destroying enemies. You can chew through them so quickly, and it's amazing. There we go. 106 deniers, which is silver. Go to the tavern, and oh jeez, is that another belligerent drunk? No, it's just a traveler. I don't have any prisoners to sell, so I'll just head directly upstairs. So the video lengths will probably be anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes, I'd imagine. Every now and then there might be an episode that's longer, but hopefully not, because I don't want them to run too long. Brother's home safe. Now what he is going to ask you is if you will lead his troops against defeating basically rogue soldiers around the area. And by the area, I mean directly in town. You get a town fight. And all those people with the symbols above their head, they're friends. The foes will just randomly appear in a minute. He's saying up and at him. There's the foe. Ah! It's hard to... I'm not used to playing this game at 30 frames. I'm used to playing it at, at least 60. So I may actually record this in 60 at some point, because this is weird. This is so weird to get used to. Hey, move out of the way. God. Get out of the way, jerk ass. I'm just gonna leave him. Hey. Aw, you died before I can get to you. Ah. Noise itches. There we go. Is scatter off. I don't think we really had anyone injured in that time. That's rare. Alright, a few of them went down my feet. 6 of them got wounded. That's not bad. Proud to have done my bit along with the rest. I normally don't get that line. That's interesting. Normally it's they'll learn to fear me. And I believe that is the end of the quest line. Now, those Sea Raiders, I'm not going to attack them right now because Sea Raiders, they're a little powerful. They are the strongest bandit class in the game. And they can get pretty large groups. I mean, the Vex mod increases the size of them. I'm going to save real quick. Save as. These are my other modes that I made. Because these two were on my own. That was a test one. And this is the one we are currently using. There we go. Nick Zephyrian. That is us. And that quest is completely over. And beyond that, everything in the game is completely open-ended. If you want to just make sure forever that all these territories are exactly the same, no, like the Vaegirs don't completely eliminate the Swadians, or the Rodducks don't get destroyed by the Sultanate, which the Sultanate, I've never seen them go to war against anybody. Except for the Rodducks, they declared war on them once in a game I had. You can do that. If you want to start your own empire and take over everything, you can do that. If you want to play as the Nords, you know, be a vassal to the Nordic Lord, King Ragnar, and take over everyone, you can do that. If you want to be a trader, you can do that. If you want to be a mercenary, you can be a mercenary. Oh, Lord. Okay. This is a problem. Being chased by sea raiders. Now, you have a certain... Shit. You have a certain speed around the map. Now, this is actually a problem. We might... Oh. Crap. I accidentally almost tried to load World of Warcraft. Okay. You guys load there. Okay. Hang on. No, close... There we go. Okay. No, stop it. Close window. There we go. Okay, that was weird. I have it in windowed mode for the ease of convenience, and I will probably die here, to be honest. Yep, definitely gonna die here. Yep, I died. Oh! Is that my crossbow? That hit me in the head. Alright, now, with the Vex mod, you can continue after death like that. However, it's very hard to do. You can't order your troops around like this. And the auto fight will probably end up in all of them dying. So all of my infantry... Can I tell in advance? Oh, I can. It's possible we'll win this. I'm the only one wounded. Oh. No, we're dead. We're fucked. We're not even gonna get a chance here. Jesus, this went poorly. Well, how's that for a first episode? We get captured because I accidentally get into a fight with sea raiders. We killed 2 of them. Come on, guys. You got this. Oh, they're fighting. These recruits are fighting. It's a 4-on-4 right now, but these guys, I'd imagine, are all archers. Ah. Yeah, they're going down. Oh. No, run. Run for it. I could tell them to retreat, but... Okay, they're all dead. Okay, well, we lost that fight. Retreat from the fight, taken prisoner. Now, how being taken prisoner is, they'll just run across the map, and you'll randomly get chances to escape. King Urgric. Ah, Christ. There we go. See? And now I am free. And now I have to start the game almost completely over. And by that, I mean I have to completely recruit more people. So yeah, that'll actually be the end of this first episode. How I'm going to do my recording is I'm going to save, you know, record for half an hour, then wait for like 15 minutes, and then record again. So I'll probably be back pretty soon, record another episode. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and thank you for watching to this point for everyone who has. If you did enjoy the video, then please consider leaving a like or something, if you want, because that does help us. Looters, can we kill them? We could probably kill them. Let's kill these guys. And then, that'll be the end of the episode. And by kill them, I mean I will kill them. Not any of my men. I will go in and I'll just Rambo it up and completely destroy their faces. And that will be the end of the episode. Now, these hilly terrains are incredibly good for defending in, you know, when you get in fights like this, because you can just set archers up on the hills and no one will be able to kill them. Hey, come here, guys. Yeah! Decapitation. Just kidding, of course. The game doesn't get that gory. There will be blood, but... there we... Dang it. You can also charge enemies with your horse, and if your horse deals a killing blow, you'll just knock them unconscious, which is when you can take them prisoner. We didn't knock anyone out, we just kind of wounded them all. Well, killed them. So, there we go. And, yep, still nothing... Well, that Falchions does a bit more damage, but nothing particularly good. I'll sell all this stuff later. And yeah, that'll be the end of the episode. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.